morning. On the way to the course right now. And got one main focus today. Main focus is going to be start line of my golf shots. So right now, it's a weaker part of my approach game. It's pretty much starting it where I'm trying to start it, whether that's aim or rhythm or tempo, whatever. But because I'm not doing that, it makes my misses bigger. If I try to draw the ball and I start it left and I overdraw or even just normally draw it like how it's supposed to, it's just left and left. It's just, you can't really play all too great of golf in that kind of position. So today I'm gonna get to the course, might grab like a small bucket of balls or something, and set up my alignment sticks, and then set up a little gate out in front of my alignment sticks to just practice hitting some shots through my starting line, just to get the feel of it. Not going to spend too much time, maybe 45 minutes on it, and then depending on tee times, I might go play, or I might putt a little bit and then go play, or play in the putt, whatever. But definitely got to putt a decent amount. Always got to keep that up. And then, yeah, that's about all I got going on today. I meal prepped this morning. Got my tourney tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. And tomorrow during the tourney, I'm going to try and keep some stats. Really I'm not going to care about the score too much. I'm really just going to focus on if I can start the ball on my target line. And so we'll see how that goes. But oh, smokes. Well, I've also got a plan coming up. I'm going to kind of restructure these videos a little bit and kind of film. Like one day I'm going to do my meal prep. The next day I'm going to do, whether it's in the gym and a little bit of practice, or if it's just me playing, just, keep them varying a little bit. And I'm also going to be posting on Instagram a little bit more. And I think I wanted to start a countdown kind of towards my open qualifier. And that's kind of the goal, is to do well in that. So that's May 6th. And we're just going to try, right now, I'm just going to try and get the game ready for it. But I feel like setting that short-term goal to the open qualifier is good, because that kind of gets my worries off of these mini tour scores and kind of frees me up to work on the parts of my games that I have to work on in pursuit of something a little further in the future other than just next week. Because I have a tournament next week and I don't want to be changing my whole entire game, which I'm not going to be changing my whole entire game, but over-exaggerated. But I don't have to be really too worried about that, and I still get the experience, still get the reps, and eventually just all going towards that one goal for 2 months. So yeah, I will see you on the range. Alrighty, well, what I got set up here is start direction, and just good alignment, and just 2 poles. Just trying to hit the ball through the poles. Pretty simple. They're wide-ish right now. As I get more warmed up, I'm gonna, make them a little skinnier, just to make it a little harder. But just gonna warm up and hit some balls through it. Maybe start trying to hit some draws and fades. It's just little ones. And just starting it on my line and gonna go try and take it out to the course. Oh, so what I'm starting off with is just some impact position training. So it's called the pre-impact drill. You just set up and then you get into your impact position and just take a small swing and start it on line. And that's all I'm doing. Alrighty, now I'm gonna do one shot, that pre-impact drill. Second shot, I'm gonna try and get that same feel, but in just a normal, smooth, full swing. Alrighty, well, finished up hitting balls. Now eating my chicken and potatoes. And I'm gonna go play. Putt a little bit, then play. So, hitting balls was good. It was hitting it through the target, hitting it through those alignment sticks. Felt alright. Felt good. I still get athletic with it and still just like, I feel like I'm hitting it down the target. I don't know. Just trying to keep things simple. So, I'll see you when I see. I just set up a straight line. I hit 9 out of 10 of them right through the tees, and I hit then 10 out of 10 of them. So I decided that was enough straight line work. So.
Stop that shit. That felt good.
Alrighty, little transition from the course to just now leaving the gym. Didn't work out. I just hit the sauna and then jumped in the pool. I didn't bring my phone though because I don't know. It's kind of like meditating in the sauna, just and I just didn't feel like bringing my phone. So here now, going home. Gotta get some structure into my schedule. So I'm gonna sit down and really think about how I want to work my way up into this U.S. Open qualifier. So, well, I'm first gonna get home and make some dinner. But after that, then I'll probably prep for tomorrow. I'll prep my food for tomorrow. I'll film a little bit of that, and then I'll film some of my thoughts on what kind of structure I want to make, or what kind of structure I want to put my weekly/daily schedule into. Good Lord, there's a lot of cars. All right, well, see ya. Alrighty, well, I'm sitting here really trying to think about a good structure of how I want my weeks to look, and it's a little tougher than I thought. I first wrote down my goal, like leading up to. It's the May 6th local qualifier, Turf Valley. And then I've got my strengths and weaknesses. Right now, my strengths are honestly my driver and like my 3-wood and 3 hybrid. Those I hit pretty good, and usually, I have a 3-wood into the green. I usually do pretty good. Okay. My long irons, those are okay. I'd say my weaker parts are more of my short game right now, my scoring clubs. So I just put putting, chipping, wedges, and approach. So basically 150 in. So it makes it pretty clear of what my practices need to be focused on. Now I have a full day kind of practice deal. And I said, I'd say everything starts with about 2 hours of putting. And for me, I gotta time it to really see, but I like to set up the straight line and set up my tees on the straight line and hit 100 balls on that straight line. And I don't know if that's excessive or not, but that always makes me feel good about putting. It always makes me feel like I got it dialed in. And then about an hour of just playing different games of whether that's short putts or par 18 or whatever, just lag putts, getting the speed down, just actually putting. Half day, so it starts with 2 hour putting. So the full day starts with 2 hours of putting. I said hour of chipping, hour of 150 in. So I'd start with, setting up my launch monitor or maybe just hitting the flags, whatever, but hit 150 to 120 shots, about 30 minutes of that. Just, I'd figure out some sort of game. And then from 110 in, I'd play another game but I'd use my own balls and I'd hit them to the green that's on the back of the range at Wakaiba. And then ideally play 18 holes, whether that's from the red tees or changing tees or whatever. But so that's about an 8-hour day. So if I get there at 7 o'clock, it gets me leaving there by 3 o'clock. It's not too bad. I don't know. Still up in the air. It's just a rough draft. Half days would be 2-hour putting, 30 minutes of chipping, 30 minutes of just 100 in. I wouldn't bother getting out the launch monitor. I could maybe do, I could bring some balls down there and hit some of the flags and stuff, but I don't know. TBD. And then play 9 holes. So that's half days, like a day before work, where I'd get there at maybe 6 o'clock. So I'd have 6 hours. And I think it's still dark. Yeah, it's still dark by then, but I can set up my my straight line and just do that in the dark. I definitely want to get my putting to a very good point before this qualifying. Let's say 2 hours of putting, 30 minutes of chipping. I already said that, 30 minutes, and then 9 holes. That has me time-wise right about 5 hours. So if I get there by 6, gets me done by 11. So I work at 12 usually. So kind of just think about that. And now I wrote down just how a week would look. Right, Monday. This is just an example week. So like this week is kind of similar to this. It's Monday, nothing. Tuesday I've got tourney. Wednesday I've got nothing. Thursday I have work, 12 to close. That's pretty much all my shifts. Friday nothing. Saturday, Sunday work. So on a day like that, or on a week like this, I'm still debating because I'm down here to play golf. But recently I've been going a little insane for how long I've been at the golf course for. So I've got some thinking to do on what I want to do with that. I kind of want to schedule that out. So still got a little bit of thinking to do, but that's my rough draft for now. And I think I'm going to come back to it tomorrow because my brain's a little fried and I got to still edit this video. So I will see you tomorrow.